But Gus also asked questions, ignorant questions, bro, ignorant questions. And one of his favorite questions are you interested in? What the hell? Man, if you're asking questions like that, you need to admit it. Because if you're asking questions like that, that's exactly why you're not catching more than you are. But think about it. So when Gus, with his enthusiastic ass, when he makes calls, you know what Gus sounds like? Gus sounds like, hey Jim, it's a great day at my company, top of the morning to you. Are you interested in any cash out refinance? Are you interested in getting pre-approved to buy your home? Are you getting it? Are you interested? Are you interested, right? And again, through empathy, we'll realize that that's the last thing that people want to agree with, right? They're not gonna tell you because number one is they don't really know you, right? So we are wired in a day and age where we have to protect ourselves, more so because social media and technology exposes us. People can find out information about us, so we got to be very protected. Like, you ever run across that? Like someone who just said, no, before I tell you anything, just bottom line, can you give me the best rate? I got a 931 FICO. I don't need a loan. I could pay this house off tomorrow if I wanted to. Those are the people that are not going to like Gus. But see, not Geraldo. Geraldo wouldn't even dare ask, are you interested in? Because Geraldo understands that if he were like Gus and asking people, are you interested in, he's going to receive more no's than he will yes. So what does Geraldo do? You guessed it. Geraldo's smooth, man. So Geraldo basically doesn't even ask a question. He just makes a statement. So Geraldo knows to be proactive enough to first identify the pain points. First, identify through using the script. Geraldo got my script. That's how smooth Geraldo is. Little did you know, Geraldo went to SalesRemastered.com. Geraldo was smart enough to put in his personal email address, right? He downloaded my script. Now look at Geraldo, looking smooth. Man, that's Geraldo's secret right there. He's just using the script. But what happened by using the script was he was able to break down the initial guard from the prospect, dissect their scenario, extract every single reason why, like their deeper reason why, and then he assessed it so that he didn't have to be like Gus. Gus was like, are you interested in? Gus has no idea. Like, Gus, bro, it's your job to first figure out how you can help somebody. You shouldn't be putting so much mental strain on your prospects to figure out, because then they're gonna get intimidated. They're gonna feel like that they maybe forgot something, right? The anxiety of dealing with Gus. But when you work with Geraldo, Geraldo's gonna assess your situation and then tell you what you should be interested in. See, Geraldo makes statements. So after he asked the actual right questions, he was able to extract where the pain is. Geraldo says, well, based on your goal to retire early, or based on your goal to free up some cash flow, because you mentioned, Jim, that your current net income is only $100 per month, or because you mentioned you now have a child who's going to college, or you now have a child who's driving and your expenses have increased. Based on what you've shared with me, Jim, I would recommend this. I want your feedback first. That's how Geraldo opens up the conversation. Because all Geraldo does, and he knows, is to provide a solution, to serve value, whereas Gus is over here trying to be enthusiastic still. Hey, how are you? Are you interested in? He's just a salesman. Do you understand the difference between a salesman versus a consultant? Salesman, consultant. Salesman, consultant. Get it? So when you're a consultant, you're driving the conversation, you're in full control. And so when you think about certain consultants, like the best analogy that I can use is a doctor. A doctor asks questions, but he's not enthusiastic. He's telling you, he's guiding you, he's giving you instructions. Or if you've ever met with an attorney or a CPA or a consultant or a contractor, that person who's more in control because they're the subject matter expert and they're the one delivering the solution, you'll notice that they don't necessarily ask questions as far as like you're interested. They drive the conversation. Those are the most successful independent contractors, are those who operate like a consultant, and that's exactly what Geraldo is. So keep in mind that if you're asking, are you interested in, you should rather be suggesting and influencing based on an assessment that you did after extracting all the right information from your prospect. There's a huge difference, guys. So again, admit if you're asking this whack-ass question, and be sure that you're making the proper revisions so that you're positioning yourself more better to flip that sale.